Hello and welcome to SpeedGaming, the Pokemon Crystal Cinco Bingo Tournament 2022. I am St Kilda fan, and Mel is not saying anything.
Sorry. I am RPG Mill 710. Here to bring you some more Crystal Bingo, Cinco Bingo Randomizer tournament.
And the race should be getting underway any second now. Just waiting for the delay on stream, and there it is. So we can take a look at the bingo card. The center goal is TM10, which is the TM that is in the house behind the Lake of Rage.
Always nice to see a free goal there.
Yeah, that's quite an easy one to go for. Some of the interesting goals, we have 8 different water types. We have Max Phone Book. We have Hearthstone, which is one of the new goals for this 2022 bingo tournament. We have Use Struggle, another one of the new goals, which is quite an interesting one. Now let's pay attention to what day they set to. We have Thursday for both runners. So, is the Hearthstone the weak siblings item for Thursday?
No, I think they're going for the Poison Barb.
The Poison Barb is on Friday.
Friday, which... Oh, is it daytime? I don't know what's on Thursday then.
Okay, our starters, we have Persian. We have Slowking, which is on the card.
Yeah.
And we have Umbreon. And Dark-type Pokemon is on the card.
It's an
Cat says
interesting choice.
Hearthstone is on Thursday, so yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
it looks like Dymnix is going to take the Umbreon and Oddlay is going to take the Slowking. So immediately deviation on the path. Of course, Oddlay taking the Slowking means that he will get Umbreon info when he fights Rival. Dymnix, however, is not going to get Slowking information from the Rival when he fights him.
Is that Arthur?
Is that what?
The Thursday guy, is that Arthur? That's the guy next to...
Yes, because all their names sound like days of the week, so Thursday has the third sound in Arthur. I don't remember the names of all the weak siblings, but I remember looking at them and seeing a correlation between their names and the days of the week that they appear.
So, and we also have the goal there for the weak siblings. That does include the Hearthstone. That's 2 goals in 1 right there, because you're very likely to catch a rock.
They will need to find a rock type Pokemon to equip it on.
Oh, that should be easy enough. There are plenty.
So both runners are going to make their way up to Mr. Pokemon's house and then back to Elm's lab. They're going to buy some Pokeballs along the way and look for early Pokemon encounter information. And Oddlay's running into a couple of Elekid's. Unfortunately, baby-type Pokemon isn't on the card today. We see Pidgeotto.
Which is also not on the card.
Not on the card. It can be a gold Pokemon on the card, but it's not on the card.
We do have the sleep-inducing move, and you never know where that is.
That's also true. Runners will be on the lookout for sleep-inducing moves. We have the All HM's goal, so we'll see if the runners go for Flash Tower early.
Oh, it's an Ampharos. That's definitely a runnable Pokemon.
Yep, Ampharos can be runnable. It's a bit on the slow side, but with the right moveset you can make it work.
Yeah, both of these runners will be looking for a main switch. Neither Slowking or Umbreon are particularly great mains.
No. For Slowking, the clue is in the name. It's very slow, and slow mains are not what you want.
But it is usable. More usable than Umbreon.
Yes, Umbreon has really good special defense, but its offenses aren't so good.
Its offenses are outright laughable.
And Dymnix widing out to the first rival fight. Now luckily you don't have to beat that rival fight. Even if you lose, the game gives you a free heal and lets you carry on. It's one of only a couple of fights in the game that does that. The other one is on the SSN, which is not something we're going to be visiting on the bingo card.
Yes, Oddlay should be getting info for the Umbreon, which is probably why they went with Slow King. That Ampharos has Earthquake. It's a special Pokemon. Oh, that's a Zapdos.
There's a Zapdos. So he can knock this out to defeat a legendary Pokemon, or he can catch it and use it as a main, which he should definitely try to do because Zapdos has a very good attack stats.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't defeat a Pokemon, random Pokemon, but defeat a legendary Pokemon goal because you're likely to just see a legendary untrained.
Oh yeah, he'll undoubtedly defeat a legendary at some point in the course of the game.
That is not a great moveset.
It has Hyper Beam and nothing else. Yes, a lot of electric types. Dymnix is called a Squirtle, which is a water type for Dymnix. There's an Abra. Now, Abra is a trade Pokemon. You can trade Abra at the Goldenrod Mart and get something in return, which could potentially be on the card. So
that
Dymnix
is
going
a
to grab
very...
that.
I would say that's a very big... how do you say it? That's a lot of work for possibly nothing. But,
Yeah, but
that is a
since it's
gamble.
right
It
here-
is a gamble. Oh no, it's a physical Abra.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You're never going to run Abra anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, by all means, grabbing that, and then it's you're able to check the trade Pokemon when you're at the top of Goldenrod Mart. As we see, Dymnix's stream seems to have frozen. Now, Dymnix has told us they are local recording, so this should not present any major issues. But hopefully, his stream is going to sort itself out and.
Yeah, he had a similar problem in an earlier race as well. It did stabilize after a while, so high hopes.
Okay. So yeah, we're going to keep using Oddlay's Audio, even though Oddlay is a little bit behind in progression, until Dymnix's stream sorts itself out. Chat points out you wouldn't trade the Abra for a main in Goldenrod because it takes too long to get there. You might in Key Item Rando if you could get the Squirt Bottle early, but it's more a matter of just hoping that the Pokemon is going to be on the card that you trade it for.
Even if it's a water type, it can be useful.
And it looks like we've got Dymnix back, so...
He caught a Squirtle.
Yeah, he caught a Squirtle before his stream froze.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I've already marked it down. Oh, the Umbreon has Teleport as well. Now, Oddlay's run into a Tentacool. This is a Water-type Pokemon. And he's just going to run away from it. So, he's not grabbing Water types early. At least not ones that aren't mainable.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. The water types are so common.
However, Octillery is on the card.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you definitely want that. Oh,
And
Dymnix is maxing out his phone book now.
yeah, this makes sense. You get XP early on by fighting these extra trainers. So yeah, that is one water type for Oddlay. And a goal on the card to boot, so... Of course, Dymnix will see that goal get marked, and we'll have to try and guess where Oddlay caught it. He might think Oddlay is past Route 29 at this point, so he may not necessarily metagame that right away. But
yeah, it's a little
kind of,
difficult to metagame this early.
Well, it's actually not that difficult to metagame this early, because there's only a few places you can be.
Yeah, there's still 3 routes. 4 if someone's crazy enough. 5 if someone includes Dark Cave.
Dymnix found a Centric. And it looks like Oddlay is going with this Zapdos, even though it doesn't have very good moves at the moment.
It will get Surf eventually, but it's got mostly.
It's gotta win quite a few fights before it gets Surf. Oddlay's also going to be fighting this first trainer. Now let's see if Dymnix fights this other trainer here for the phone book number. No, they do not. And instead is actually looking in the grass. He might think that this is where the Fortress or Artillery goal was.
I think he's just looking.
I'm not sure why he entertained that Zatu.
He's definitely. I think he's definitely looking for a main switch.
Yes, but Zatu is Zatu. You're not main switching
Yeah.
to that.
He thought better of it, which is probably the right move.
No, Dymnix is not going to try and find the Octillery now. He's going to make a mental note that got marked very early on and use that info later if he needs it. There's plenty of opportunity to just get the info from a trainer battle between now and then. And the runners would prioritize in these runs getting to Fly as quickly as they can. Once you get Fly, then you can travel freely around the map and fulfill goals in whatever order you choose. So generally runners try to jet to Fly as quickly as they can and then clean up. You just want to get as much info along the way as you can. So Dymnix is heading straight into Faulkner's gym. I'm not seeing him go up Sprout Tower for the Flash HM. Even though you would get additional info and XP from doing that, and it is on the card.
Oh, there's Fampy information.
Oh, we do have Fampy on the card, so yes, both runners will get that. Oddlay starting the same fight without saving beforehand. Of course, it's only a Fampy, so that's not too risky, but the 9 can be a very dangerous fight. It's the highest level fight you have encountered at this point, and his Zapdos is only level 7. If this was, for example, a Golem with Rock Slide, you might wish that you would save before the fight. And indeed, he does, the Zapdos does drop to the Fampy. There's a sentence you don't hear every day.
Sludge Bomb. That's gonna do it. What
And,
did you catch what move he used on the Fampy? Was it Return or Hyper Beam?
I did not see, but it did not do very much damage.
Oh!
The Golem has Sleep Powder.
Yeah, he has a sleep-inducing move. Oh, God. He did only that much damage with both? Wow.
Yeah, it's only level 7.
Yeah, and the Return has no power to it, so... Yeah, he's gonna wipe.
So yes, Oddlay proving my point, you should save before this fight most times. If you had a really good main and you'd already done Sprout Tower, you might do this without saving, but yeah, as a precaution. As we see Dymnix is saving again before the fight.
Ooh,
I just think it's good diligence. Yeah, Oddlay whites out. Luckily he did center, so he's not sent all the way back to Cherry Grove, which can happen.
Doing the little switcheroo there.
Oh, Heracross using Rest.
Oh, that's a struggle.
Everyone misses the Blizzard. Fortunately, it's not literally a struggle because that would be a goal.
He's not saving because he's not going to lose that much time compared to... He's saved right there. I mean, it sends him not too far back.
Yeah, but you lose your money every time you white out.
He doesn't have much money.
He's got to play out the fight. If it's going badly, he's still got to play it out and let this Fampy knock out 5 Pokemon, which is really slow, instead of being able to just soft reset instantly and start the fight over. And we see he gets poisoned by Sludge Bomb again.
That'll do it.
And he finally gets through the Fampy, so
Dymnix
now-
is going for some
Now
speed.
Dymnix is going, he's going to Sprout Tower because he couldn't get through the Faulkner fight. My personal policy, and it's just a matter of preference, is whenever all HMs is on the card to do Sprout Tower before Faulkner's Gym. Because it does add consistency. The risk is that you end up not needing the Flash HM as part of your path. But I think having that extra XP for all of the fights is generally worth it.
Well,
But it is a matter of personal preference.
that for oddlay right now, that's a good move because it's the third goal in a whole row there that he can get.
Yeah, and I mean that row 2 is looking pretty good for oddlay at this point. We need the Selby Mew or Mewtwo.
And
info.
column 3 doesn't look bad either. Well, you might want to avoid Mineral Badge.
I mean, column 3 you need the Flaffy or Skip Bloom info. He's certainly not going to breed his Ampharos and then evolve the Marip.
Definitely not, but that's a pretty regularly easy goal to get. I mean, it's 4 Pokemon he can possibly find that'll help him.
And Dymnix has run into an Omanite. Can't see if this was a trainer battle. No, it's a wild one, so this can be his second water-type Pokemon. And Zapdos with 2 hit points and paralyzed gets through the fight. And he's going to go back to the Pokemon Center before attempting Faulkner.
Oh, it's a pink bow. There's a pink bow up there. That's a very easy weak sibling.
Unfortunately, Mel, that does not count for the weak siblings item. The goal requires you to collect the item from one of the weak siblings and equip it.
Oh. Okay.
It's
my
not
bad.
enough to find the item lying on the ground.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I did not know that.
Okay, and Oddlay is making his way back to Faulkner now. Still not doing Sprout Tower before this fight. So,
Which
but
isn't bad. He has a Zapdos.
He did save before the... Yes, but the Zapdos is struggling mightily so far. Dymnix approaching the final fight in Sprout Tower.
Please don't run the Golem.
Well, he's got the Drill Peck, which is a good move against a Heracross, but unfortunately the Heracross also has a sleep-inducing move.
And he has Metal Claw, which is actually good for Zapdos' experience.
So yeah, Zapdos comes in and finishes it off.
Just as
And then
Keikaku.
Venonat. And Sludge. Zapdos doesn't get poisoned this time.
And
the
Oddlay is
Hyper
through.
Beam finishes it off.
That was well planned, well thought out, and maybe a little lucky.
So Oddlay now the first to get the Zephyr badge. We'll see if Oddlay does go to Sprout Tower next, or if they're going to move
Ooh, it's
straight
Crunch. The TM is Crunch.
ahead. He's teaching Crunch, but not to the Golem. He's going to teach Crunch to the Zapdos, which makes more sense.
Very-
Charm.
Very good move for Zapdos. That was a misclick, don't worry about that.
And
Meanwhile, Dymnix is still struggling.
Yeah, still struggling with this Tentacruel. Tentacruel can be a very dangerous Pokemon. But the Umbreon's coming back in. He's potioning
Return
up.
does get better over
It
time.
misses. It misses Fire Blast. That Metal Core is not doing anything to the Tentacruel. There's the Razor Leaf. That's a bit better. Double Edge Recoil and Razor Leaf finishes it off. Well done, Dymnix. Oddlay picking up the egg. We should see the egg hatch in a minute because we have fast egg hatching turned on. Oddlay finds a Crobat. And Dymnix did not buy an escape rope, so he's making the walk of shame out of the Sprout Tower.
It's a coughing. We have that as the goal, so he's
Coughing
catching
is
that.
on the card, yes. Oh, it's
So that would make row 3 pretty free.
This is actually quite scary because it's used Perish Song, so he's only got a couple of chances to catch this.
And he
does
got it.
get it in the ball, so. So a very clear lead to oddlay in terms of goals and progression here. Dymnix going to be making his way back into Faulkner's gym now, as the egg is a Charmeleon.
That is not a goal, unfortunately.
Not a goal on the card today. And of course, oddlay doesn't need it to have a sleep-inducing move, but if it does, then Dymnix will get it as well, so we'll see.
And we have Dymnix fighting partner.
Umbreon misses Blizzard again. Venonat stabs Sludge, gets the poison, misses Blizzard again. Poison damage, Sludge, more damage. Blizzard hits. Brings it down to red, more poison damage, Sludge, critical hits. And Metal Ball
there he
finishes
goes.
off. Oddlay getting some extra phone book trainers.
And that's stab. That's going to be stab crunch for Umbreon.
Oddlay getting dark type info from fighting this trainer with a Houndoom.
Hirae has Umbreon info.
Oh, he has the Umbreon info, that's right. Dymnix is the one who doesn't have the Slowking info.
But it's always nice to have more info.
And Oddlay's going to pick up the Old Rod. We'll see if he tries fishing in Union Cave. It looks like he is going to try fishing in Union Cave. Just checking what's here.
It's a Raikou!
It's a Raikou.
That's tempting.
It
Another
also
Hyper
has
Beam.
Hyper Beam. Another Hyper Beam electric type legendary.
It's just defeating
And-
it. Okay.
Yeah, it's defeating it for the goal. It looks like he was considering for a moment catching it. It was definitely in range to be caught there, but decided that the Zapdos is worth going with.
Ooh, that's a level ball. Those are
Level
always
ball.
nice to have.
Yeah, level balls function the same way as Master Balls in this seed. They're guaranteed to catch. And we pick up the first randomized TM, which is TM44. We'll have to see what move that is.
Speaking of dark types,
There's a Sneasel. Dymnix
Wow.
also fighting these phone book trainers on Route 36.
that just made row 1 very attractive for oddlay as well. Oddlay is very much ahead in goals and progress.
Yes, Oddlay's got a huge advantage in terms of information and goals, and Dymnix will be trying to keep track of all these things being marked off to try and metagame where some of them are. I think he'll be able to guess where the coughing was.
Actually, with
Oddlay
this
now.
all this information, row 1 is also very, very attractive as long as you can find TM04 or TM20.
Yes, I think that TM04 or TM20 is usually going to turn up if you know where the TM slots are and you check most of them. It is possible that they can be in very difficult to find locations.
Yes, it's very, very possible. I've had it happen to me at least 2 times.
Dymnix now hatching the egg and getting the Charmeleon. See if Dymnix looks at the moveset on the Charmeleon, because we haven't seen it yet.
I think sleep-inducing moves are so common, Dymnix isn't bothering to look at it until the end. Or unless he just sees it on something.
I don't think sleep-inducing moves are that common.
They're common enough.
Particularly since his opponent has marked it. Like, for all he knows, his opponent got it from the odd egg. But Dymnix is also going to be fishing here.
I think that was a little too early.
Okay, he doesn't find the Raikou, he finds Weepinbell. And Victory Bell is on the card, and Weepinbell evolves with a Leaf Stone.
Ooh.
And he crits it with Crunch and knocks
It's
it
okay.
out. That
It's okay.
probably isn't
He
what
has the
wants.
info. He has the info.
Well, yes, he has the info, and he can also just fish it up again.
Watch him get a Raikou. You know what? He can go for the Raikou if he. Oh,
Yes, I'm quite
Okay.
curious if he switches to the Raikou if he finds it. But he's got the Umbreon at
he
level
needs to
15.
stop crunching this.
Yeah, that one wasn't a crit and still one-shot it. No, don't learn Twin Needle.
He might just
see
need to throw
Hoppip.
balls.
Hoppip is useful for Skiploom info. Hoppip can evolve into Skiploom.
Yes, Hoppip evolves at level 16, which is very, very easy to get with an EXP share.
Dymnix has found the Raikou now.
That's not gonna die from crunch.
And he's going to chuck a Pokeball at it. So not defeating this one, catching the Legendary.
Ooh,
It
it
has
has
Headbutt.
headbutt.
And Earthquake.
That's a very good moveset.
Yeah, he's switching to that, even though it's 5 levels lower.
Yeah, that's definitely. Oh, is it 18? Oh, 16 for some reason. Well, 18 is still relatively easy to get with the XP share. He's not going for the Weepinbell, and I don't blame him.
And
He
he's
knows what it
also
is.
equipping Bright Powder onto the Raikou to up its evasiveness. Which is a useful hold item, because you just have that small chance that your opponents will miss you sometime. Which is never a bad thing.
Yeah, it's always nice to have something rather than nothing on. Something that might be useful.
Dymnix finds a Cubone, but that's not on the card today. And not repelling through this area, he's hoping maybe for some of this info that oddlay already caught.
Or just info that he can use against oddlay.
Okay, he's going to fish up here. He must be looking for the Weepinbell again. And he does find the Weepinbell. Let's see if he tries to weaken it with the Raikou, which is at the same level.
Well, that went better.
This might even be why he caught the Raikou, just to weaken the Weepinbell. As we see a swag cargo on Oddlay's side of the screen. Oddlay is currently fighting in Bugsy's gym.
I mean,
So
is it
Dymnix-
equipped with blackout glasses though?
Dymnix has caught the Weepinbell finally. And the nice thing is Dymnix can evolve that with the stone, once he gets the Leaf Stone, at any time he wants and try to mislead Oddlay into metagaming that info.
There's literally
So-
no way Oddlay is going to figure out where that Weepinbell is.
No, he's definitely not. So that could be useful for getting Dymnix back into this race.
Yeah, that first column is basic. Well, no, he still needs Drowsy Coughing to do that info.
Yes, but as I said, I think that info is easy enough to metagame. I think that the route that he caught that is the first place you would look
Yeah,
based on where it was marked.
And he might not even need to metagame it. There might be info somewhere else.
It looks like Dymnix is buying Super Potions, Repels, and Escape Ropes, and Pokeballs.
All nice purchases. He's looking for that sleep move.
So we should see him keep the Weaver Bell in here. No sleep-inducing move on the Charmeleon.
I mean, to be fair, this Zapdos does have Crunch right now. It's still probably better than the Raikou.
I mean, it's better because it's a higher level.
It's 2 levels higher, yeah. So
Raikou is not one of the best legendaries to run in this game. You can make it work, but it's
yeah,
not
but it
in
has
the same league as
no special moves on it, and I believe Raikou is higher special than attack.
Yeah, I believe Raikou is a special attacker. Dymnix, meanwhile, fighting my favourite Pokemon, Cleffa. But, a big lead to oddlay here so far, not only in goals but in progression, already collecting the Hive Badge, going to make his way now to the rival fight. Doesn't save before the rival fight, so feeling confident. Oddlay gets to crunch a Slowpoke. So that Slowpoke is, well, here's the other thing. Because the runners took different starters, their rivals are going to have different Pokemon.
Yeah,
meaning
and
Dymnix is not going to get that Slowpoke info from the rival. Unless, by an astonishing coincidence, that rival also has a Slowpoke. Meanwhile, Oddlay Zapdos has been frozen by the Umbreon with Blizzard.
And that is not good. He's going to need to reset, but I don't think he saves, so back to the Focus Center, wherever that is.
I don't know if Oddlay hit the Pokemon Center in
You think he might?
Azalea or not. He did, okay, so that's good. And yeah, he's going to plow straight back into that
Now
fight
that's
again.
a loss of money.
Well, I don't know, did he do shopping when he got to Azalea or not?
Well, you still have all of Bugsy's gym.
Oh, that's true. You get a bit of money from all of that. But still, this is what Dymnix needs to catch up here, is for Oddlay to get walled on a couple of these fights.
Nice job on delaying on the bide. This is a much better fight for Oddlay.
Yes, Oddlay gets through the Umbreon. The Horsey with Confused Ray. Ah, but he had a Bitterberry equipped.
Very fortunate. We're very fortunate.
And making his way into Ilex Forest now. Not repelling.
And we're going to hit one of the bigger parts of this this whole area, the whole game. That's the bug catching contest. You never know what you might find there.
Yes, seeing what the runners do in bug catching will be interesting. As
Well,
Oddlay runs into a Phanpy.
Don't have to dex that. Oddlay's getting a lot of luck here.
So yeah, that's another goal for Oddlay. He's up to 7 goals to 1 at this point.
I think you can meta this.
Well, Dymnix has the Phanpy info, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you can tell whether it's in the water or not.
That's true. When he sees it's in Ilex, he'll reason it's probably not in the water. And another amulet coin. And Oddlay's going to pick up the Headbutt TM.
Always can use more paralysis cures.
Oh
Ooh.
no! Oddlay falls
Does
over
he
the
need
ledge.
headbutt?
I think he does, and yeah, he's going back for it.
Oh no, he doesn't, because Raiko has headbutt.
No, Dymnix does not have the Octillery info. He only knows that Oddlay marked that goal very early.
Ooh, teaching it over return.
And he's going to headbutt some of these trees to look for info as he finds a tree in the tree.
How interesting. The tree just came to life.
He didn't grab that ground item, interestingly. He grabbed the other ones, but he just passed the one that's actually the least out of the way. As he grabs the Sweet Scent TM.
Maybe that's why. Because it's the least out of the way, and Dymnix might just get it, and he'll know if it's something or not.
And Oddlay is going to grab the Odd Egg.
So I'm not sure
really
what it could be.
There's not really any call on the card to pick up ground items unless you find a hardstone, which they don't need to worry about because they know where to get one.
Yeah. The most useful thing they could pick up, I think, would be a water stone, simply to get more water types. But you're probably going to buy some anyway. Or a leaf stone.
I mean, you probably just want to find items you can sell for quick money.
Yeah, that's...
Oddlay picks up the Kenya. Let's have a look at what it is. It has Headbutt. It's Venusaur with Headbutt and Rock Smash.
And Rock Smash. That's actually a pretty good Venusaur. I have Flamethrower too.
Yeah. It had Sacred Fire, but yes.
Oh, Sacred Fire, yeah.
Now, Oddlay's going to save and commence the bug catching contest, so we'll see if he gets walled on this and helps Dymnix to catch up.
I have seen bug catching contests where there are almost no Pokemon that can win, so hopefully he'll see something that can win. That can win.
Well, depends on the level, not at level 9. Yes, pointing out to chat that both runners will go back to Goldenrod after they've spoken to the girl by the squirt tree. So generally the path is to do bug catching, then talk to the girl by the squirt tree, then go back and fight Whitney. So he can go to the Pokemon Center there. As we see, the Squirtle has Super Fang. Oddlay wants to catch this as a water-type Pokemon. It's not going to win. I don't think I'm shocking anyone by saying that. A level 9 Squirtle is not going to win the bug catching
not with that attitude. No, it's just not going to win.
And Dymnix's stream is stuttering a little bit, but...
yeah, it'll catch up.
This could also be exacerbating.
Ooh, still level 9. He's only seeing level 9s.
This could also be exacerbating the difference between Oddlay and Dymnix, that Dymnix's stream is delayed, so it may look like he's further behind.
Yeah, he should be in Ilex by now. Just about through. Oh, no. Oh, right, he has to go through the rival first. We're not seeing very good Pokemon here.
Magpie, also not what you want to see. And the thing is that once Oddlay has caught something in here that he hopes will win, he will then want to go and collect the TM that's in the national park. And if he goes all the way out of the way to get that TM, a level 18 Quilava, yeah, I would have a go at that. I think he's punching it into a... Yeah, there are programs you can use to give you your odds of winning with certain Pokemon. That pause there, I think, was Oddlay asking it whether a level 18 Quilava is worth catching.
And very fortunate it has Bide. Because it's not getting the ball. There we go. That should do it.
We shall see. Yeah, he's
It's
gonna
also
try
very
and run.
important that you actually replace the Pokemon, because there are times when I accidentally hit B and regret it. Oh, there's coughing.
Dymnix has found coughing.
That is very fortuitous. That column 1 is all locked up for him now.
Yeah, and oddlay has won the bug catching contest.
And that's a
So-
free column 4 for him.
And Dymnix will know, obviously, where oddlay is from that. As Dymnix is still trying to catch this coughing. He's got the info at the very least. Dymnix can definitely go for column 1 with the info that he has. Oddlay quickly box healing
He
here.
needs this coughing to get in the ball. And there's Paris Song, so he has a time limit now.
Yeah, we saw the other coughing do this.
And there he goes. Also
Okay,
on
he gets
2.
the coughing.
Also on 2.
We also see Dymnix has marked defeat a legendary Pokemon, so I think that must have been on the Rival 2 fight.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so Slowpoke is in this grass.
And he'll want to catch it because it's a water type.
That's true, it is a water type. Also, I never
And-
marked that his Slowking was a water type, so I should mark that. He actually has 3 oddlay.
I don't think he has a slow king. Oddlay does.
Yes, he does.
Oh.
It's on the
Oh,
card.
right, he got it. Right. You're bad. My bad. Thank you. I get these.
Okay, and Dymnix has caught a Phanpy as well in Ilex Forest. As he gets a phone call from one of the trainers. This is the downside to going for Max Phone Book, is sometimes one of the people will just call you up and waste a little bit of your time.
For Oddlay, that's not too bad because honestly, that's
Now
a
we
really
see
easy one.
the odd egg hatching. What is it going to be, and is it going to be a shiny? It's a Hitmontop.
On top.
That can be a goal on the card, but is not a goal on today's card.
Dymnix is definitely checking all these items.
Okay, the item that Oddlay skipped was just a focus band. Oddlay now making his way to the Goldenrod Mart. And he doesn't have a lot of money because he has whited out a few times. He's going to buy some repels. Buys 1 revive, some full heals. Now it looks like he's leaving. Okay, so not buying Waterstone, not checking the TMs.
No, he's just got no money for that, unfortunately.
No. I mean, he could have sold more things perhaps, but yeah, just treated
Yeah,
it as
he
a
can always
basic
come
shopping
back.
expedition. And makes his way to Whitney's gym. Dymnix picking up the odd egg as well.
I don't think Oddlay wants the amulet going on Zapdos, so wants something more useful, probably.
I mean, I think Amulet Coin on your main is not a bad idea. I don't know if the Zapdos is even holding an item at this point. Dymnix's odd egg hatching very quickly, so he gets the...
Ooh, missing a Hyper Beam. That's not good.
Nerd Disgusting was that trainer's name. And we'll see Dymnix is going to check the TMs. He's also probably going to check the average trade. It trades for a
Cloister.
Cloister. That's a water type Dymnix. If I had the Abra in my party, I would be trading that right now.
Yep, that's definitely worth the trade. Because catching it is going to take just as much time.
And yeah, Dymnix is buying a Leaf Stone. He's not involving the Victory Bell yet, but he can do that whenever he wants. Oh, the Electabuzz has Thunder.
Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, Super Potion there is very wise. And yeah, he needs to switch something out so he can heal up properly in the face of this.
I'm not sure he has anything else.
No, it's... well... okay, he brings the Zapdos straight back out, which defeats the purpose.
I think he needs to revive.
Ah, he doesn't have any other healing items. So Electabuzz is fiercely accurate with its Thunder.
This is true, the Golem could have tanked Thunder if it bothered to use Thunder.
Okay, Dymnix has just put the Amulet Coin on his Raikou, and he is going to evolve the Weeping Bell now.
Very nice. That should put Oddlay on notice a little.
Oh, Oddlay's just been paralyzed by the Ariados.
Yeah, he got paralyzed last time too. It has Glare.
Okay, well he's cured that somehow, so...
This is like...
That's a crit.
Oh, that is
Crit Thunder.
just not good.
This is very, very unfortunate for... very unfortunate for Oddlay. Of course, this won't be easy for Dymnix to deal with either, although his Raikou has Earthquake, so...
Yes, I believe... Yeah, Thunder is resisted by Raikou and not by Zapdos.
Well, I don't think Electric resists Electric. I think it's neutral.
No, I'm pretty sure it does. Otherwise, it'd be super effective on Zapdos. Hey,
Okay, maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. Not seeing any good Pokemon on Dymnix's side.
Dymnix is trying to catch this Magneton. It's a level 9, so I'm not sure why. No, he runs away from it.
I mean, if that Beedrill's high enough level, that would also do it. We didn't see a big Beedrill on Oddlay's side. And... interesting. Dymnix is going for the TM.
And it's TM07, which is...
Oh, he has a level 17 Beedrill. Okay, he already has it. Yeah, he's got it. That's good.
There's bug catching for Dymnix.
Oh,
Winning bug catching with an actual bug type.
There's a
Dymnix
Fire
teaching
Punch too?
Fire Punch. That's the one he just picked up.
Oh. Did Oddlay teach that?
I don't believe so.
I don't think he saw it, probably. That would really help in this fight.
Oh! Has Aurora Beam too.
Wonderful.
Oddlay just needs it to miss Thunder, like, a couple of times, but...
Yeah, that is the problem. This Thunder is being oddly accurate. He's got to pray right here. He's got to pray. No. This Thunder should not be this accurate.
So this is definitely going to help Dymnix get straight back into this race.
Oh, that Mega Drain hurts.
No, Mega Drain undoing the damage that he'd already
Oh
done.
my
to
god.
it.
That would destroy the golem too. This. Oh. This
If
is.
I was
a huge
oddlay
one.
right now, I would start considering going and buying X items.
Yeah.
Thunder
well,
is 10 PP.
Oh, he's out of money.
Dymnix has run into a Dragonite. I guess there's no reason to
No, there's no
to
reason.
catch that.
It might be really good, but there's no real reason. Yeah, Dymnix is gonna have a slightly easier time with this.
Yes, Earthquake is going to be massively useful here.
What a bad wall for oddlay. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. There's no item that improves accuracy like that.
The item that improves accuracy is a lock-on TM.
Ooh, close. That thunder did miss.
And
Unfortunately.
now oddlay is paralyzed.
Oh, 2 misses!
He got it. The actual first thunder from the first time he fought the Electabuzz missed, but oddlay is struggling to get through this Poliwrath, however.
Yeah, Dymnix.
Dymnix is. So oddlay has finally got the mineral badge. He is still in the lead. His lead has been slashed quite a bit from the time he spent on that. It's a 50-minute Whitney. But now he may never speak of the Electabuzz again.
I mean, he deserved that good luck after all the bad luck.
Well, he was bound to get some good luck eventually. That, thunder is thunder. But let's now see
He actually
how
does have
Dymnix
an
goes
amulet
with the
one.
same fight. So yeah, Fire Punch should deal with the Ariados. Oh, he gets paralyzed as well. So he will get outsped by this Electabuzz. With Headbutt, Flinch, Headbutt, Full Para. This Electabuzz, man. So he's going to sack, and now he sees the thunder on it. Now to find out what the Sudowoodo is. It's a Sunkern.
Useless
It's
Sunkern.
garbage. Run away from that. How does a Sunkern block
There
your
goes a
path?
Heartstone.
Oddlay picks up the Heartstone
That should go on the golem. And
and equips it to the
Big.
Golem.
it has to stay on there, right? Pretty sure it has to stay on there the whole.
Well, the goal says equip it. It doesn't necessarily say keep it equipped, but there's no reason to unequip it, so...
Yeah.
Okay, Dymnix got through the Electabuzz. So he has caught up, thanks to that Electabuzz really walling Oddlay, but Oddlay's still with a little bit of a lead. As Oddlay makes room in his storage.
Oddlay just sat his Pokemon with cut. Because the golem had cut.
Well, he can always teach cut again.
Yeah, that's true. That is also, by the way, very telling of where he is. So Dymnix does know where oddlay is at the moment.
Yeah, so Dymnix will know that he's not actually too far behind since that just got marked.
It's a Mr. Mime. That is not on the the bingo card, unfortunately.
Speaking of things not on the bingo card, Dymnix is fighting one of the trainers in the national park.
That is extremely odd.
I think he may have just hit this one accidentally.
Yeah, it's possible.
Mega Anxiety was defeated. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, but then it just comes back in. Oh!
Oh, Skip Loom.
Skip Loom. That is
Skip Loom info.
Oh.
And he runs away from it. Oh, it's a phone book trainer, but only if you have Meryl in your party. Okay, maybe that's what Dymnix was thinking of.
Really? Interesting. I had no idea.
Dymnix just defeated another legendary Pokemon. So, even though we didn't see him defeat one earlier on the rival, he can definitely claim that goal now, so that's nice.
He did get Skip Loom information, though. That's pretty big.
He did. We'll see if he realizes later on that he ran from something that was on the card. As he finds a Poliwhirl, so he can evolve this into a Poliwrath, and this will be 2 water types for him. One when he catches it, and then one when he evolves it. So that's 3 water types for Dymnix. As oddlay picks up the Surf HM.
That's needed for that very questionable moveset for the Zapdos.
So oddlay doing some more shopping here, getting some healing items, definitely wants more revives. Dymnix gets another phone number. And we're going to teach Surf to the Zapdos. Dymnix will wake up the Sunkern. And this will give him a couple more goals as well, so yeah, this race has tightened up quite a bit. It was a huge lead to oddlay very early on. But Dymnix has caught up, thanks largely to that Electabuzz in Whitney's gym.
And catch that Goldeen.
Yes, oddlay will catch this as another water type, if he can. So that's 4 water types for oddlay. So, 57-minute rival fight.
Not bad considering they're doing Max Phone Book as well on the way.
I think
Spider-Man
even with Max Phone Book, you definitely want to be further than this at the 1 hour mark. But both runners have struggled with their mains and lost quite a bit of time to the Whitney fight, so... Oh, oddlay's
Just
paralyzed
such
again.
bad luck with all the paralyzed props.
It's gonna happen when you run a run a flying type. As the Umbreon returns, and it used Metronome into Sandstorm. My least favorite move in these games.
The worst set of circumstances right now.
Sandstorm just wastes so much time. And yeah, I think oddlay was trying to let his Zapdos die there so that he could revive it.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty sensible play. Because it heals you to half health and gets rid of the status conditions at the same time. So unless you have like a full restore or a Sacred Ash or something like that, And
That
even Saber Dash
Umbreon
can't
was
be
so
used in
beefy.
battle. Yeah, Umbreon is a real special wall. There's Victory Bell info for Oddlay. So, he now also can go for column 1 and doesn't need to work out where that Weeping Bell came from.
Assuming, of course, that the Victory Bell
Assuming that it
exists.
exists. Yeah. That's always the assumption you have to make when you get info.
Yeah. But you also have to have backup plans just in case.
Now let's listen to the cries.
Anyone have any idea?
So I have absolutely no idea. I never know
Neither
the
of
cries.
us commentators know the cries.
I know, like, Jinx and Hypno. I once identified a Roamer as a Miltank from its cry. I was very proud of myself that time.
That's actually
Miltank
very
was-
impressive.
Yeah, Miltank was on the card and one of the Roamers was a Miltank, and I was like, I think that's a Miltank, and I was right.
Just 48 more to go.
To be fair, Miltank's cry actually makes sense. It's a mooing sound. As Oddlay makes their way through Morty's gym.
Oh, what a troll sleep right there.
So as we reach the 1 hour mark, let's look at the goals that the runners can go for. Column 1, obviously, is on the agenda for both of them, assuming the Victory Bell exists. Ditto for row 4 and row 3.
Yeah, those are looking pretty good.
Oddlay will certainly do column 4. Column 4 is completely free for Oddlay at
Yeah,
this point.
it's extremely free.
And column 3 as well, even though they haven't started it yet with the... Well, for Dymnix with the Skip Bloom info.
Bottom left to top right looks really good for Oddlay as well.
Assuming, yeah, you can find that TMO4.
Yeah. And if
if
you
you
do
can
that, you
find
might as well
TMO
just do row 1.
Row 1, yeah, exactly. We still have no Mischievous or Murkrow info. We still have no Celebi, Mew, or Mewtwo info.
Yeah, and Oddlay does not have Flappy or Skip Bloom info.
No, Oddlay doesn't have Flappy or Skip Bloom. Dymnix doesn't have Fortress or Artillery info. Other than a broad metagame as to where it might be. There's a Ho-Oh, so Oddlay
Ooh,
being
8
another
power.
legendary Pokemon.
It's weak to itself. Slam. Oh no. Not Slam. Maybe Body Slam.
So, Oddlay heals before the Morty fight. He doesn't save before the Morty fight.
That's gutsy.
Well, it's a Pidgey, so that's not too bad.
He definitely did say rest in the Pokemon Center here, so it wouldn't be too bad. It'd be a money loss.
Easton's asking what why the runners don't have Fly yet. In a word, Electabuzz. Whitney's ace was a level 20 Electabuzz with Thunder, and Oddlay lost quite a bit of time trying to beat it. Both runners have had to main slightly suboptimal mains. Dymnix's Raikou was caught with a fishing rod in Union Cave, so he
Before
actually
that,
got through. Yeah, he had to get through Faulkner's gym with an Umbreon. Yeah, both runners just really struggled in the early game because they didn't have very good. They didn't have very good mains. This Zapdos didn't have very good moves when he caught it. It only had Hyper Beam. Was its only
The Electabuzz had Thunder, Aurora Beam, and Mega Drain. It was not a friendly Electabuzz.
Yeah, and Thunder, of course, is a 100% accurate move, as we all know.
Yes.
So, yeah, there was a lot of trouble there. Oddlay goes past the trainer, the last trainer, which is a phone book trainer, and just fights this one. So let's keep an eye and see if he fights the last as well.
This isn't a phone book trainer, right?
This is a phone book trainer.
Oh, this is? Okay.
Yeah. This one and the last are both phone book trainers. Develop a spoon. Yeah, Oddlay took 4 or 5 attempts to beat the Electabuzz. It just kept knocking him out.
Yeah, it had to miss twice for him to win.
And I thought Dymnix misstepped there in the gym and got sent back to the start, but it looks like he intentionally came back to heal before continuing Morty's gym.
Yeah, not the worst move.
So Oddlay will buy Super Repels here. It's the main reason you come into this shop is to purchase Super Repels. It's the first point in the game that you can get them. He'll pick up the Strength HM, which is of course required, not to mention useful.
And you definitely don't want to accidentally skip it.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than getting all the way to Chuck's gym and then realizing you don't have strength and needing to surf all the way back to get it.
I've done that way too many times.
So yeah, Dymnix was able to catch up with Whitney because Dymnix has Earthquake on the Raikou, which Zapdos didn't have. And he still had a little bit of trouble in that fight. It's a savage Electabuzz.
Hope everything is okay over there?
Yeah, I'm alright. I just sneezed so hard that my earbuds popped out of my ears and fell on the floor. Incidentally, Dymnix is on 3 water types and Oddlay is on 4 out of the required 8 for the 8 different water types goal. And we'll see Oddlay pick up the Shucky here. He hasn't looked at what it is yet, though.
That's fine, he
Gonna
will.
look at it now. It's a Hitmonchan.
It was a free sleeper
Sing.
move.
It has Sing, so hopefully Dymnix will remember to pick up the Shucky. This will be another sleeping.
Oh, I don't think we have to worry about him forgetting the Shucky.
And what makes you say that?
Because no real risk. I'm just not worried about it.
Now Dymnix entering Route 38. And he encounters a Skiploom.
Again!
Let's see if he remembers to catch it this time. It looks like he's gonna try.
That's a very big catch.
Now that's quite handy, so...
Unfortunately, we don't have Mischievous Murkrow information, so...
No, but this does open up Column 3. Of course, Column 3 requires Mineral Badge. And he runs into the Roma Yanma! And he runs away from it.
Wow. That could have been runnable.
Yeah, I mean, it's level 40.
Nope.
I also think he has a level ball. So... he could have just caught that instantly. Dymnix also going to fight this trainer for the phone number.
Honestly, I don't think you need to sub this this Raikou anyway. This Raikou's doing perfectly.
It would depend on the moves that the Yanma had.
Yeah, you'd have to scout him.
What if it had Mega Horn and Drill Peck?
Yeah, what if it had Sing? What if it had Recover? Milk Train. I don't say it anymore. Sorry, you know where I was going with that.
Yes, we don't talk about Mew. No, no, no.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed to have a very good moveset, that's for sure.
Dymnix finds a Clefairy as he runs through this patch of grass, also hoping for an encounter. I think the encounter rate in that patch of grass is higher than any other patch of grass in the game for some random reason. I remember hearing that.
I've never really gone through that patch of grass.
No,
that
you
way.
normally just go there if the Pokedex tells you there's something there.
Yeah, and then Sweet Scent.
Meanwhile, oddlay Zapdos is burned, which is going to reduce the damage of his physical attacks by half. Won't impact Surf, of course. It's yep, there he drops to Hyper Beam.
So yeah, I would argue that Oddlay's discovery of Fortress Octillery is still much better than the Skiploom find, because it affects 3 lines. And 3 easy to get lines as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Fortress Octillery goal is better positioned because it's on a diagonal. I still think Dymnix can metagame where it was.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's also the fact that it was an Octillery and that's...
Oh, speaking of which...
As Dymnix runs into a Fortress, so never mind literally everything.
I'd be so happy with that
And
that I
there's
would
Mew info.
level ball it. Ooh.
Mew info suddenly opens up row 2 and column 2.
And the diagonal. Well, no, not really.
No, you still need Mischievous or Murkrow for the diagonal.
I hope it exists. That would
And
make
yeah,
it very
Dymnix-
interesting pathing.
Dymnix has caught the Fortress by not
And
going through the water.
another phone call. Fortunately, they're very short.
And there's Gligar, which can be on the card, but is not on this card. And oddlay gets the Storm Badge, so oddlay will be the first to fly. Normally an hour and 11 or 12 minutes is not a good fly time, but you only need to be better than your opponent.
Yes, that is the most important part. And the seed has not been kind.
So oddlay marks fly, signaling to Dymnix that oddlay does still have this lead. And we'll see oddlay make their way probably to TM10 first of all, and the Super Nerd out in order. Yeah, Dymnix is
And
not too far
he does
behind. but
not
is-
forget the Shucky.
Yeah, but does he check for that sleep-inducing move? It looks like he's going to. And yes, he sees that it has Nap Cannon, so he's going to mark that goal as well.
This will be a bingo for Oddlay.
This will be the first bingo for oddlay. Luckily, this Super Nerd only has one Pokemon, so it's not a very difficult goal.
It's definitely one of the easiest goals in the...
It's just a matter of knowing where that Super Nerd is, basically.
Yeah.
And this is another phone book trainer.
Both runners using Surf at the same time. two more.
One of them can be Bill. When you go to Bill's house in Goldenrod, you can get Bill's phone number without having to fight anyone.
And it'd be good to just check that Pokemon.
If he had done the lass and gotten her phone number, that would finish him off.
There are plenty of phone number people.
Yeah, but that one was like right.
And now he's
there.
realizing
And only
he
has one
got
Pokemon.
rid of Cut.
So yes, he's going to teach Cut to. It's interesting. He's kept the mail on the Kenya since TM50 is not a goal here, and 20 different TMs is not a goal here. There's no real reason to actually keep the mail on the Kenya. You can just put it in the bag, and then you're able to box heal and so on in the regular
That's
way,
dig.
which is useful. Finds the dig TM. A bit late for it to really come in handy, but there's TM010, so center square to oddlay. Dymnix with 2 more fights in Chuck's gym still to go. And we will see what the shiny is. It's a Kadabra.
Not useful, unfortunately.
It's not a bad thing to have in your back pocket if you were going to do like Rising Badge or something. Just have that extra level 30 Pokemon if it's a Kadabra with good moves. But yeah, he just knocks it out. Picks up the red scale.
Alright, let's see his pathing. He's gonna do max phone book, obviously. He's definitely doing 8 different water types because of that.
Yeah, he hasn't. Now, Oddlay hasn't done Sprout Tower yet, but Row 2 looks very possibly appealing, depending on where Mew is. And we haven't seen him actually look up anything in the Pokedex yet.
Oh, he's doing the
He is
Electrodes.
going to defeat the Electrodes. I'd be a bit surprised if he was going for Mineral Badge on this card, because I think he has enough info to avoid it.
But TM04 and TM20 are not guaranteed, and that's a little worrying.
He may be checking the TMs down here as well. He's
yeah,
definitely going to check the traps here. Now, Dymnix gets the Mew info. Of course, he was always going to get it because it's in the gym. So there's Metapod. That's Victory Bell.
Wow, that is huge.
So, Oddlay now going to be able to complete column 1 for his second bingo.
Oddlay is definitely going for the struggle right now.
He's trying to whittle down his PP. So yeah, there's the Victory Bell for Oddlay. He marks that off. And of course, he did have Victory Bell info, but and there's Typhlosion. And there's Fly for Dymnix, so Dymnix is going to look up how many water types he's got. And it is 3, so it's good to know I kept count correctly. That will be 4 once he evolves the Poliwhirl.
Oh, it's a water type.
And it is a water type.
But he does have to defeat
5.
2 Electrodes, so he has to kill the
Yes.
other 2. He has to feint the other 2. Ooh!
There's a Poliwhirl. He would
Oh,
rather
no.
have caught that one.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah,
He's
there are
very
plenty
annoyed.
of water types. There are other water types.
And it looks like he's resetting the save there. So yeah, he's also checking how many he's got. He'll see that he has 4. Oh, he has
Oh, yeah,
5.
5.
Gee, that's 5 before he caught that. What did I miss? No, Psyduck is a level up evolution. Okay, he's going to check the third thing, and it is not a water type.
Yeah, sometimes it's just better to run run when you get the info. You can run from these electrodes. So he's going to need only one more water type for that goal.
If he catches the Poliwhirl and evolves it, that will bring him to 7. Yeah, so
he's definitely doing that.
Yeah, he's knocking out the Psyduck, so he's got the 2 electrodes and he's going to catch the Poliwhirl. As Dymnix does evolve his into Poliwrath. So that's 4 water types now for Dymnix. Okay, Dymnix is going to fight this trainer for the phone book as well. He teaches Dig to the Shucky. Doesn't teach it over the sleep-inducing move, which is important. Oddlay has other sleep-inducing moves, but Dymnix doesn't. Looks like Oddlay is going to start sweet scenting now. For getting the XP share?
For those who are just joining us, we do have to say that Dymnix did get Flash already. And he's probably going for all HMs.
If Oddlay has the Thunder Punch TM, it could be TM10, in which case he's not allowed to teach it. Or he would void the center goal.
Yeah.
That would be very cruel for both these runners. You find the one TM they're not allowed to teach.
Well, neither of them need to really battle anything besides the 7 trainers on Route 44. And for that, they have to run out of PP uses because of struggle.
Yeah, looks like Oddlay's going to go pick up the Waterstone now. He's going to go talk to Bell. He's made room in his party for Bell's Pokemon.
I did not catch what Pokemon that was.
Yeah,
there you go.
So that is the max. That is the max phone book.
It was a ghost of some sort.
Could it be Mischievous?
It might also be Ghastly.
Chat says it's Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet. Oh, okay. Oh.
The Forgotten Ghost type, and we see Dymnix has also filled out the phone book.
Is he trying to use Struggle with the Poliwhirl?
Possibly. Oddlay's grabbing the coin case, so wants to check what Pokemon are in the game corner. He's also giving a haircut to the Poliwhirl. That can be a goal, but it isn't a goal on this card, as Dymnix is now going to fight the Super Nerd.
I wonder if the runners agreed to that before the race.
Possibly. I didn't see Dymnix do that, though.
Well, considering Oddlay did it after Fly, they might have just agreed to actually do it.
Okay,
not to actually.
Execute Nidorino and Venomoth, so nothing required in the game corner. And Dymnix has gotten his first bingo now, column 4, both runners.
Yeah,
and for anyone who doesn't know, the goal here is, as we should have said earlier, the goal is to get 5 bingos. The first person to complete 5 bingos on the card will be the winner of the race. So, Oddlay... Okay, evolves the Poliwhirl, is now on 7 different water types. No, Wobbuffet is pure Psychic. Even though it's bright blue and looks like a water type. Okay,
Oh,
Oddlay's
he
now
has
looking
Hop
for the
info.
Hoppip. Yeah, well, we knew he had Hoppip info, so... Ah, it's the horse... No. Oh, he saw horsey. I'm still trying to work out what the water type he caught was that I didn't count. But, doesn't matter. We know that he's at 7, because we've seen it in the Pokedex. Okay, Dymnix gets the Hidden Power TM. So they're now level on goals completed. They don't have the same goals, but they have 16 goals each. So yeah, this has turned into a much closer race.
I wonder if he's even going for use struggle because he just healed his Zapdos.
His path may have changed based on some of the other info that he's gotten.
Ah,
There's Poliwhirl.
he could have gotten 8 if he got the Psyduck. Oh well, you can't predict these things.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely made the right choice. In other words,
I'm not sure that I saw Oddlay run into any water types at the beginning. Oh, the Tentacool. That's true. He'll find, like, he's got loads of water type info. He'll find something.
and honestly, with all the water types out there, if you're looking for other Pokemon, you're probably just gonna find it.
Okay, so Dymnix now going to go and defeat 2 Electrodes as well. Dymnix can catch the Psyduck and ignore the, and kill the Poliwhirl Electrode.
Yes, it's
And
true.
he doesn't check the Trapmons, Dymnix. He's just going straight for the Electrodes. We'll see if he checks the TM that's in here. It's a little bit out of the way, but if it's TM04 or TM20...
Yeah, this has become a remarkably close race now.
Yeah, this race became very interesting when that Electabuzz started hitting Thunder every single time.
And this Hoppip is not being kind.
Okay, Dymnix didn't catch the Psyduck, did he? He knocked it out.
And he doesn't have an escape rope. Doesn't he still have TM? Did he not check TM28? There goes the Hoppip.
He may have missed the Dig TM, yeah. Oddlay finds the Hoppip. So Dymnix didn't even check what the 3rd Electrode was. Like,
Well, it saved him time, whether he knows it or not.
and yeah, he also didn't check that TM, so it'd be interesting if that turns out to be
Defeat
where
7
TM
trainers
20
coming up.
So yes, Oddlay making his way now to Route 44. As it looks like Dymnix is maybe going for Mineral Badge. This is very interesting.
Very interesting.
I'm not sure why Dymnix wouldn't do Route 44 first, because like that gives you a
He
guarantee.
may be going for the TM in here as well.
That's possible. He might be just going for the TM. Obviously, he'll still have to fight a few trainers along the way.
Have either of these players looked up Mew information yet?
No, I don't think either of them have. Oddlay probably doesn't want to do Sprout Tower, but Dymnix has already got Flash, so all he would need to do is catch the Mew and then go into Ice Path and pick up Waterfall. Oh, Golbat with Protect. And it double protects.
Yeah. You got taken out, that's all that matters.
It makes sense that Oddlay is using these trainers to get the XP to evolve the Hoppip.
Not checking the TM, so probably not that. He just probably thinks it's free, might as well do it. And if he does that and uses Struggle, gets all HMs, that's a pretty good amount of goals.
And Oddlay's Hoppip just learned Dig on Level Up.
Funny game.
Okay. Yeah, so Dymnix... Oh, actually, Dymnix just got the Secret Potion, so he's going to come back, climb the tower again. He might get the TM this time around.
Maybe. That's Hoppip's evolution level.
And that's the Skip Loom. So now all the runners neck and neck on goals. They have all the same goals marked. Oddlay does have more water types than Dymnix. In fact, he only needs one more. And he's about to mark the 7 different trainers on Route 44 goal. He's got to fight 2 more of them. But Dymnix is pretty close to getting Mineral Badge, something which I think Oddlay must be going for.
And he did not take the TM.
No, not checking that TM, which I think is strange, because that's a bingo just right there if you happen to find that TM. It's not that far out of the way.
Neither of them are betting on it existing. And that's fair. It might not. Because look, how many places would you have to check? This, the Rocket Base,
There's Mewtwo info.
Oh. Slowpoke Well, Burn Tower, Dark Cave. That's kind of time consuming, and if it doesn't end up being there, that's a huge waste of time.
Okay, so he's looking up the Mewtwo.
That's good place.
He didn't check the Mew. It's right next to it in the Pokedex. But yeah, the Mewtwo is in a gettable location.
That does have water on it, so it's 10 slots to check. Getting the Waterfall TM here.
So Oddlay now on 2 bingos. Column 1 and column 4.
HM. Said TM, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, HMs. He picks up Waterfall, but Oddlay still needs to go and pick up Flash for the all HMs goal.
Yeah, I guess he's checking the TM here too. I forgot there's a TM here too.
There is a TM here too. In fact, if he finds that TM, that will finish him, because then he just needs to get the HMs and the Mew, or the Mewtwo.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And Dymnix has got the Mineral Badge. And he's going to make his way... Looks like he's not fighting these trainers. He's going straight to Ice Path.
Ali having trouble with the boulders. I think he's just getting the HM. Or checking the TM too, possibly.
So this will be all 8 gems for Dymnix, and this will give him column 3. And Dymnix actually now has more goals marked than oddlay. And that's TM 34.
That is a goal, but not on this card.
Not on this card.
Tagging Blackthorn just to tag Blackthorn. And he is going to head up and try to get that Mewtwo. Or not.
I think now he's going to the move deleter. So yeah, this is the way to go about...
to get struggle?
The struggle goal, yeah. Just delete moves entirely.
Interesting.
Both runners move deleting at this point. So Dymnix definitely isn't going for defeat all 7 trainers if he's deleting all the moves. They could do that to another poke beside the main.
He's going up to get the Flash TM now.
And Mew is on Route 30, it looks like.
Interesting. Considering we didn't see it,
could be in the water.
That's very interesting.
Now oddlay's going for the Flash HM. So yeah, I think oddlay does need Mineral Badge, something he hasn't even started on yet. But he's deleted all his moves. Oh no, because he's got the 2 bingos, then row 2, column 2. That's still just 4.
Yeah. No, it's 5. It's column 1, column 2. No, you're right. Column 1, column 3, row 2.
No, oddlay isn't getting. Oddlay needs Mineral Badge for column 3. That's my point.
Yeah. I that's why I meant when I said no. Yeah, he has to get the TM.
Dymnix has used Struggle and one-shot a level 20 Pokemon with Struggle. So that is the 3rd bingo for Dymnix. He has row 4 now. And he has the Mew info, which I think is what he's looking for here. Yes, oddlay needs 1 more water type. Dymnix needs 4 more water types. There's Struggle for oddlay. Dymnix has found the Mew. But yeah, I think that the Mew info is going to actually finish Dymnix off. Yeah. Because he has column 1, column 3, column 4, row 2, and row 4. With the Mew. So that is a GG. That is Dymnix.
That is GG from Dymnix. Nice come from behind victory.
And oddlay is not forfeiting. He's going to play this out, it seems. So that is actually a really impressive win from Dymnix. Who did seem to be really, really far behind in progression, in info. Welcome in, Dymnix. GG.
GG.
That was rough.
That was a big comeback. So there were a couple of things that happened here that worked for you. The first is Oddlay got really badly walled by Whitney's Electabuzz.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I saw it had Thunder and some other stuff.
It had Thunder, Mega Drain, and Aurora Beam.
Ooh. Well, what
and Oddlay was maining a Zapdos.
Oh. I wish I had the Zapdos, but I mean, I guess it gave him trouble, so maybe the Raikou was a blessing.
Like the Raikou had Earthquake, which he would have really liked to have against that Electabuzz, and he died to the Electabuzz about 5 times. Oddlay finds a Wartortle, which is going to be his last Water-type Pokemon. And yeah, it's a couple of things. Like, you went for Mineral Badge, which I think Oddlay decided to avoid doing for some reason, and I think that that hurt him.
And he didn't. If he had went for the TM, he might have been able to do something with that. But
well, that's the thing. We don't know where this TM is. This TM04 or TM20.
Yeah, we don't even know if it exists, so it's probably a safe play not to go after it.
I mean, we say that, but
there are plenty of places I didn't check.
Yeah, we were going to say, you didn't check the TM in the Rocket Underground, you didn't check the TM in the Lighthouse.
No, yeah.
Which I think would have been worth checking, because that's a bingo if you find it.
Maybe, but at that point I had already figured out my path of, like, it was the Mew, all HMs, the Mineral Badge, and Struggle. I was like, I can just... I knew, I was just like, I guess, tunnel visioned on that. Once I thought that would give me 5 bingos.
Incidentally, the last trainer on Route 44 had a Mewtwo, and Oddlay seems to be following the Mewtwo info, so I'm not sure if... I mean, Mew is right above Mewtwo in the Pokedex, as he gets his 8th Water type. So that's 3 bingos now for Oddlay.
Yeah, I was, the whole race, basically, I knew I was behind, and, I didn't have a really good feeling about it, but I guess things kind of turned around when...
Once you caught that fortress, honestly. Once you caught that fortress, and you found the Skiploom before that, you actually saw another Skiploom before that.
Yeah, I realized that afterwards. I ran from it or something, and then I was like, oh yeah, there was a Skiploom there. There's a Flappy.
There's Flappy. Yeah, Oddlay caught a Hoppip, and EXP shared it up to a Skiploom. So he'll be a bit annoyed to run into a Flappy there now.
So I just checked my stats, and
yeah,
I had a feeling this Raikou had 0 DVs in attack. I had a feeling.
Wow, that's a shame.
Considering it came with 4 physical moves.
Wow, and 1 HP.
Yeah.
When you saw that Raikou, did you regret teaching Crunch to the Umbreon?
Immediately, yes, I did. But I think in retrospect, I made the right call.
Umbreon's DVs are really good. Fortunately, still in Umbreon.
Yeah. I tried to force through the Umbreon because I just couldn't find anything else with even a remotely decent moveset, I don't think. So, and plus, I mean, Umbreon is one of my favorite Pokemon, so kind of had to, even if it's not the greatest main.
Oddlay's found his Mewtwo. This will finish him.
But yeah, that fortress was super lucky. I was just surfing on the water and happened to run into it. I didn't have info for either one, did I? I don't think.
Well,
no.
You know that Oddlay marked the goal really early, so if you had to guess, where do you think it was?
I mean, I'm gonna guess 46 because I didn't check 46 at all.
No,
but it was actually on 29.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah. And it was an Octillery, so it was a water type.
Oh, dang. There's so many early routes, 4 really. So plus Dark Cave if you're desperate. So it could have been in a number of places. I think it's really hard to metagame something that early.
Yeah, it was a bit of a late catch for Route 29. Um, yeah, well done to Oddlay finishing it out. Always good to see someone play out the bingo.
Yep, that just shows how close the race was.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
not
it
a
was
lot
really
in
close.
it. If Oddlay hadn't lost so much time to Whitney,
Yeah, probably would have.
they would have had every chance. But
Also,
Nice, and
there was a good bit where, I think he's about to come on in.
GG Ale.
Oddlay, GG. That was a really, really close
GG.
race. If you hadn't lost so much time to that Electabuzz.
Ooh, I hate Whitney. Oh, I hate her so much. That was
That was
those
such
DVs
a
are
cruel fight.
Oh my god, those DVs.
Yeah,
they're bad.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh my god.
That is
Oh.
some of the worst
no.
DVs I have ever seen.
Oh,
like, man, I
no.
thought Zapdos was supposed to be good. Zapdos sucks.
If it helps you,
especially with those moves that it
Yeah, I
had.
had to hyper beam my way through the first
I had Hyper
gym.
Beam as well on my Raikou.
Okay, you caught the Raikou.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
and-
was a fishing with the old rod.
I
Yeah,
KO'd it
Oddlay
for the legendary square.
And Oddlay, if you had switched to the Raikou when you fought the Electabuzz, you would have had the benefit of using Earthquake.
Oh, no! You're kidding.
Well,
I still had a little bit of trouble with the Electabuzz though, even with Earthquake.
That
it
thing-
was a really savage.
The
yeah,
crit.
that like the bus was just out for blood today.
It critted
And
more than it
Electabuzz
missed.
is my buddy too. Electabuzz is
It-
my buddy, so made me
Electabuzz,
proud.
it did it for you. Yeah.
Made me proud.
It was a saboteur. Okay.
Yeah,
But
but
Sent
yeah, I
to
mean,
destroy me.
you were, to be fair, Oddlay, you were still ahead. Like, you still got the mineral badge before Dymnix did, but Dymnix did catch up quite a bit while you were doing that fight.
Absolutely.
And as we saw in the end, it ends up sort of being the difference in your finishing times.
Yeah, it was really close. I got to fly first. I felt like I had a progress lead up till then, but Dymnix had a far better cleanup than I did. Far better.
well, a lot of it was luck because I happened to find the fortress. I happened to Shucky had the sleep-inducing move, and I had
Yep.
nothing on that. I did have info that that Heracross had one, but outside of that, like,
Yeah, you
I
see the
just got lucky with
Shucky
that.
with the free
And-
sing move. You're
And
just like,
Dymnix ran into a full-blooded Skiploom. He didn't have to EXP share it.
I figured. I have it. Was that 36? Was that where it was?
I actually ran into.
Yeah. and
Yes,
it
I ran
was-
into one on 36.
That was my meta game guess
But-
right there.
I believe it was
But-
at 38.
I ran on.
38, yeah.
Oh wait, no, yeah, it was 38. But I ran into
38
one
and National
earlier.
Park.
I ran into one in National Park and just forgot it was on the card.
Oh no.
But after a while, I remembered I got info on it, so I could have just went back for it. But it could have been the rare. So
Anyway, after all that trouble you went to get Skiploom, how'd you feel running into a Flaffy when you were looking for the Mewtwo?
Yeah, that's rude. Rando always has to kick you when you're down.
Actually,
And I was
that goal isn't even in your path. The Skiploom.
Yeah, it ended up. I ended up wasting time on it. Honestly, that might have been the difference. I realized afterwards that wait a second, I don't need the mineral badge after all. So that's definitely a routing error, and I definitely committed. I don't know about 3 minutes or however much I lost by. Was it 3 minutes?
Yeah, it took you a while to catch that Hoppip.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
3 minutes
We
worth,
sent
but it
it
might have
about-
been.
We sent it about, I don't know, 8 times.
And you had to go and get the EXP share from Mr. Pokemon.
Yeah, I think that could have been the difference there. It would have been very, 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 very close. Otherwise.
Very close, yeah.
yeah,
Very close.
We don't know how that would have affected the RNG on the Mewtwo catch either, so...
That's certainly though a routing error. You know, the kind you can't make in these bingos up in a tournament and expect to win. So
if it makes you feel better, I went to the the underground of the mall trying to grab the TM before going to Lance, and the gate was there. And I was just like, oh, yeah, you have to talk to Lance.
Oh yeah, talking to Lance.
Trigger,
like, E4.
yeah, trigger the rocket
the
stuff.
E4 check.
No. Nah, and
yeah, just
the
fight
gate was
E4
just
for
shut.
info, just in
Yeah.
case one of them has a mischievous.
Yeah. Maybe one of them
I
will give you
also grabbed the
TM20.
I grabbed the coin case and completely forgot to check the coin case Pokemon too.
Oh, there was nothing in there.
Nothing. It was bunk.
Oh,
0.
Oh.
Nothing of any value.
Quick count. I don't know if either of you were keeping track. How many phone calls did you receive?
I think 2.
I think 0. I think it was clean.
So we
definitely
did
had at least
every
one.
single phone call, okay? Because I know Dymnix had 2. I did not see one on Oddlay side.
Pretty sure I didn't get called. Huh.
That is extremely good phone call luck.
I'm just not popular, I guess. It's familiar.
Oh, come
Oh, buddy.
Oh, so sad. But it's a great game anyway, and good job, Dymnix. It's
Yeah, it was a
Thank you.
really good race. What was the thinking with the 2 starters you picked? Because obviously you took different
oh, I
starters.
saw that.
Yeah.
That was spicy. That was cool. You
So-
like to see that.
That difference might have cost you too, because that Umbreon was tanky.
Yeah, the Umbreon.
Yes.
So, Umbreon's one of my favorite Pokemon. Slowking is also one of my favorite Pokemon. But I actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw him light up Slowking right before I picked Umbreon, and I was like, we'd get different rival information. I'd start out with a Dark type, and also I ran into a Poliwhirl earlier on, and I was able to catch that and evolve it to get
And
get Poliwrath,
That's
and
the
that
other
would
thing.
accounted for 2 water types. I didn't end up
Yeah,
going to the 8 water types, but that was my plan, was to eventually evolve a Slowpoke or a Poliwhirl to get 2 water types out of it instead of just 1.
Yeah, the thing is, of course, because Oddlay took the Slowking, he just got the Umbreon info from his rival. Whereas
Now, in
because you took the
exchange, you gotta
you took
face
the
an Umbreon.
you did- Yeah, you took
Which
the Umbreon,
sucked.
so you didn't get the Slowking info from the rival. But also, when Oddlay went to defeat 2 Electrodes, he fought the Psyduck and caught it as a water type, and then he saw that the next Electrode was a Poliwhirl, which is worth 2 water types. So then he soft reset to uncatch the Psyduck, and then went back and knocked the Psyduck out, and then caught the Poliwhirl.
I couldn't remember if I faced an Electrode earlier in the ROM, but I wasn't taking any chances there.
No, I don't think we saw an actual Electrode. We saw a Voltorb at one point, I think.
Yeah, we saw a couple of Voltorbs on Dymnix's side, at least.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah,
we
no
saw any
Electrode.
Electrodes. Yeah, that was another. I don't know if that's really the smart thing to do, a reset to get extra water. I guess. I ended up getting 8 water types in the end, so. That's Did you catch any
ended up-
water types?
I ended up with
yeah,
3.
Dymnix had... You had 4.
Oh, 4?
Yeah,
Four.
when you evolved the Poliwhirl. That made 4.
Gotcha.
I have a little written tally counter here.
Turned out the
Gotcha.
ROM was full of dark types anyway. Full of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Murkrow,
Yeah.
of course.
And you
Except
both
for Murkrow.
lugged
Yeah,
into
no Murkrow.
Coughings in different areas.
No Murkrow.
And you both managed to catch Coughing despite it using Perish Song.
And you just happened to run into a Phanpy too.
Well, you had the
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
had the
was-
Phanpy info. The level 9 was a Phanpy, so
There was a good bit where I think we had like 12 or 13 goals each, and all of them were the exact same.
Yeah,
yeah,
It was
you
right.
synced up.
almost at the same
After
time.
After that point in the early game where Oddlay was like 9 goals ahead.
Yeah, I had a super hot start there. I knew it couldn't sustain, and it didn't, because then Dymnix dispatched Electabuzz, and then Electabuzz dispatched me.
Yeah.
Oh, Whitney. And at that point, when you're there against Whitney and it's walling you, and you got a path forward if it misses a Thunder or 2, but there's really nothing you can do at that point. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, go back to National Park to find something? There's
Oh,
not
yeah,
much to do.
Levels that it's Yeah.
By
go
the way,
fight some people. I don't know. It's
You want to walk back into that gym?
Well, you know what? Some speed. I was surprised I was consistently outsped by that Electabuzz too. Like that took me by
Electabuzz is
surprise.
fast.
well, you've got 0 speed DB.
Well, all right,
So-
here, Google Zapdos space stats.
I
Google
think
Electabuzz.
Electabuzz
Electabuzz
is
is
faster.
fast.
I think chat said that at the time.
I think it's 110. I think it's
It is,
110.
really.
I remembered something else I want to ask. Dymnix, you fought one of the trainers in the national park. Was that just an accident?
Yep, accident.
Yeah.
Complete
Um,
movement failure. I forgot the trainer was there. But something I did want to mention also, the Umbreon had teleport, and
yes.
so
Oh.
very early game. My early game movement was pretty fast because I was able to teleport around, and I forgot to do it after talking to the lady for the squirt bottle check near the Citadel. I completely forgot I had teleport until it was too late, and it made me sad. I was like, "Ooh, I get to do this," but nope.
I didn't even.
that's
Yeah,
usually
that
the
didn't
big
even
one.
occur to
Teleport.
us.
That was my
didn't even
strategy the
think.
whole time with the Umbreon, keeping teleport. But then, yeah.
Keeping teleport. Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty huge.
Had to
It
keep
was a
foresight for a while to
It
not
was
be
a very
Ghostfall.
generous. It was a very generous ROM with info for this card.
Absolutely.
Yeah, true.
Only one square missing. Yep.
Yeah.
So Electabuzz has 5 base speed stat faster, but I mean with stat experience, like at the same level, you would hope, you'd think.
Mm.
Oh well.
I think
Yeah.
you were a level under it as well, but yeah,
The
that's
area
They were the
dose-
same. They were the same.
Yeah, the area dose leveled me to 20 every time, and that thing trolled me a couple times also.
Yeah,
so-
that glare.
and swagger and oh lord.
I think at that point
Yeah,
you
that
actually
was-
had a fire punch TM, but you never used it.
Did I not check it? I thought I did.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because Dymnix
Yeah, I
taught
went for-
Fire Punch to the Raikou, and
I
dealt with
I
the
actually
area.
got it in. I got it in the mall. Yeah.
that's the other reason why the. Oh yeah, Oddlay never checked the TMs in the mall.
My my
Oh.
moveset was Flame Wheel Earthquake, basically, so, and Hyper Beam. So I was like, I need another special move. And Fire Punch was there, so it didn't add any more coverage, but it did boost up the power.
There was a
Dymnix,
crunch.
Dymnix, were you tempted
Oh.
to trade the Abra for the Cloyster as a water type?
Honestly, I checked the trade, and actually, again, when I do these, I get a little tunnel vision. I completely forgot I even had an Abra. Otherwise, I probably would have at some point if I was getting close to the water goal, but I completely forgot I even had an Abra. So, but I caught
Yeah.
it with the intention to trade it.
Yeah, because you did talk to him and ask what he had, and he had a Cloyster, and I thought, well, that's a water type. You should probably just take it. But yeah, in the end, you didn't end up needing it, so that's probably just as well.
So Chad wants to know, they noticed Thunder Punch as a TM in your bag, Otlay.
Oh really? Where?
Yeah. I don't
It
know.
was on Chuck,
We think
though.
it was TM, or was it the Chuck TM? 'Cause we
It
were
was
saying
Chuck.
maybe it's
No,
TM10.
Yeah,
It was
I
it
think
was
that
it was
minimized.
TM10. It was TM10.
It was
It was
TM10.
TM10. You're right.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah,
It was.
so, yeah.
I got him
that,
confused,
in other
yeah.
words. Yeah.
The truly cruel irony when you main a Raikou and a Zapdos and you get a Thunder Punch TM, but it's the center goal, so you can't teach it.
Two paths live.
Well, not
before
only
me
that,
there.
it came really late too.
Well,
With
yeah,
the-
that's true.
By the
but
time I got
still.
Thunder,
I
by the time
I-
I got it, I didn't really need it.
I felt
you
it
could've-
there when. Go ahead.
You could have used it for getting Mineral Badge. Like, you would have liked to have that move through that stretch, but in any case, you didn't
Sure.
end up needing it.
But you can. So
yeah.
it's all right.
I fished up that Raikou, and 2 paths lay before me, and I went down the wrong path.
Oh, that's the other thing. So Oddlay, you fished up and you saw the Raikou and you knocked it out, and then you moved on. Dymnix fished and found a Weeping Bell.
Oh, how nice. Well,
Oh,
Victory Bell
I
was
fished
a
it,
trap
found the
anyway.
Weeping Bell. Wait. I fished it, found the Weeping Bell, crit crunched it, fished up another one, beat it with a regular crunch,
Yeah,
and then
one
fished
shot
up the
with regular
Raikou,
punch.
and then forgot about the Weeping Bell,
Oh my gosh.
and then came back later to fish for it.
Well,
So it's-
actually, you
It
just
was-
went downstairs in Union Cave, grabbed the TM, came back out, and then fished again. So you actually did fish the Weeping Bell out before you even finished Union.
Oh.
It's not you came back for it that much later.
Okay, here's what I should have
Yeah.
done. Catch the Raikou, fish up another one,
That's what I
defeat
meant.
it. That's what I should have done.
But neither of
Yeah.
you needed to do that with a while. There was a Mew that you had to kill. There was that Mewtwo on Route 44.
There was definitely
Yeah,
a Ho-Oh somewhere that
There
you
was a
there was a
Ho-Oh, yeah.
Ho-Oh.
And worst comes to worst, just go back later and fish one up. You know where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. Oh, that's a critical choice right there. Okay. Lessons learned for sure tonight.
But yeah, honestly, it was a very close race, and
Very
there's
good
there's
race.
things you both could have done, better or differently. But that's bingo. You kind of make those choices in the moment.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, I still think oddlay, if you just hadn't been so unlucky with that Electabuzz, then you could have probably won this just with the way that you played that
Really?
out. But
I'm gonna count out the
Yeah.
time that it took me to get past that. I want to say it was a solid 7 minutes or so.
yeah, there were at least 5 attempts at it, and that meant you had to knock out that area dose every time as well, which you
Over
were
and
not,
over.
which you were not consistently two-shotting. So
It's Dymnix. It's pretty awesome to have your main do that for you.
Yeah, yeah, it was pretty nice.
Dymnix is Electabuzz.
Yeah.
and
That's
oddlay,
awesome.
hey, at least you didn't lose by 9 seconds.
Wow, that would have been terrible. That would have been the worst thing ever.
Yeah, and at least you
Alright.
weren't banning something with 3 healing moves and roar.
Oh, that would also be the worst thing ever.
No one mained that, Mel. It was on Red. That was Red's Pokemon.
Mm.
You wouldn't ban something like that anyway, right?
You know,
No, you
we
wouldn't.
never fight.
You wouldn't.
We don't fight red in bingos. Who knows? Maybe there's something even worse on one of these reds, and we'll just never know.
Worst red ever is probably
Ah.
lost forever in a bingo randomized ROM.
Oh god.
Yeah.
No, we saw the worst red ever, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it was
was
pretty bad.
that was the worst. That was so. Oh my god. I
Uh,
still wake up sweating. Like.
It's the
Anyway.
circumstances too. You guys can level up. That was the worst part.
has
Yeah.
your bingo
Double.
tournament gone better, St. Kilda fan, so far?
I haven't done any of my races yet. I haven't even organized any of them because my group are all like, we don't know how Australia time zones work. So
That's true.
Oh.
I haven't done any of my races yet, but I'm enjoying commentating a lot. So
It's too much work to schedule things with future people.
It was so confusing. So
It-
confusing.
it is genuinely quite challenging to figure it out. So
But you deserve
anyway.
some
Gotta
good.
be a late night race. That's what I think. Well, late night here in America, anyway.
yeah.
You deserve some good tournament karma this time, St. Kilda fan.
You
Thank
really
Right.
you
do.
for saying.
I'm wishing
thank
it for
saying
you.
that.
I'm really
Look at
wishing
the
it for
group
you.
you got.
Yeah. So I think we can wrap it up there. I think we've covered everything. So everyone, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to SpeedGaming for having us and allowing this tournament to take place.
Yes.
GG to both the runners. It was an excellent contest and very, very close. I don't know what the next race that's scheduled in the tournament is, but
Next race is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Time between Lazy Fries 47 and Garfield the Lightning. And also tomorrow we have one at 9 p.m. Eastern Time between Tissage and Jarvis. Sorry.
so guys, thank you very much for watching, and we will leave it there. So good night.
Later. GG.
Good night.
Congrats,
Good
Dymnix.
night.
GG Oddly is looking good.
See you next time.
Yeah.